Hey, comic book fans, we're here to talk about something a little bit different. We're here to talk about latest from Rippaverse Comics. An announcement happened, Eric July laid it out there. He's been working on something and it finally came out. And when it dropped, everybody's minds was completely blown. I'm using the Geeks and Gaming's website, the article talking about the announcement and how this impacts Rippaverse Comics, how this impacts the fans, and how this impacts the comic book industry as a whole, in particular the indie side, but I think it impacts the entirety of the comic book scene. Rippaverse, I was there from day one. I was able to get Item issue 1, yarn, everything else, especially help from the fans themselves. We was helping ourselves, like get the books. If one person can't, we was literally crowdfunding for each other. If somebody was missing out on it, it's one of the best communities you can have and be a part of. Definitely the Rippaverse comic book community is simply awesome. But what this announcement was they was collaborating with a publisher, right? They pretty much overhaul and put books in regular stores like Target, Walmart, libraries, and Ed July himself broke it down to what that really means. Just for people being able to get their hands on Rippaverse books, because at first you was only able to get the books from the website, which you still can, right? But he made it to where you can walk into a regular store, a regular bookstore, or an online comic book site or a book site, and you can get it from there, right? Your preferred place to get books, your form of entertainment. And that is something groundbreaking, right? Especially for a comic book company, an indie comic book company, and especially for someone again like myself and many others that was there from day one, when this happened. And was seeing it grow, right? And even Eric July talks about this in his video on how there's been trials and coming back from things that didn't work and kept it going. And we was there to see all that, and they was very transparent with if something needed to be changed, if something needed to be reworked, if there was some time that needed to be taken, so something was going to be delayed for a while. And just little stuff like that made it worked for me, right? As a comic book fan, just a fan in general. And now we get this, and now we get something that just expands the Rippaverse completely. And let me make this particularly clear, because there are people that are trying to spread this out there, where Rippaverse is being sold off to this company, which is not the case. This just expands Rippaverse completely. And I just wanted to show this article, to shout out the Geeks and Gamers for doing an article on this. And it's not even just within our ecosystem, right? And showing posts like here from Eric July, going over it and talking about it, giving you the details of what to expect, and giving you the fans what they need to know, everything he's actually been working on. And many comic book creators across the internet also saw this and excited, those that worked for him, and even those that are just seeing this, because this is something that, yes, it affects Rippaverse in the community, but this, I feel like it's a rise tides raise all ships situation. And even another creator mentioned that, which especially if you're a part of Rippaverse Comics, this is just it shows you that it's possible, right? It shows somebody like me that wants to create, want to go over it, that it's possible to do this. And seeing what Rippaverse has done and seeing what they've continue to do is absolutely amazing. I look at him and I'm like, man, like I really need to get on it, right? He motivates me and pushes me and inspires me to want to do more, starting off with this channel and to excel from there. but I want and just show some posts from people on the internet showing how excited they are and congratulating the Rippaverse and congratulating Eric July personally, just on this success and this next step for the Rippaverse. And this is going to open the door for a lot of new fans, right? But there are people out there that shop from these particular places, and they're probably looking for new content, right? They're probably looking for new books, and they may have not ever heard of Rippaverse. And one day Rippaverse books is going to be in there, and somebody's going to pick up a Yara issue 1 or Horseman issue 1 and a Zaylan issue 1. They're going to pick up this comic. They're going to be like, what the heck is this? And they're going to open it, and they're going to become new fans, right? And this is down the line. This is years and years into the future where all this is going to continue to happen. And this particular deal, and this sets place July 6th of this year, so we're not even going to have to wait that long. And this post right here is from the company themselves, talking about how excited they are to work with the Rippaverse and what this means for everybody involved. And so I just want to do a video, go over this, talk about it, and pretty much just be a fan in this video and just talk about how awesome it is. And that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more. And thank you for watching.